this Kevin Samuels versus Umar Johnson situation, or beef, whatever the black community or the black manosphere is, or the urban community is trying to make out of this. Is just, it doesn't make sense, and it just seems stupid. I think it's not even worth the time. Yes, Kevin Samuels talked his shit, and he had his reasons. And then Umar Johnson came back and he talked his shit, and he had his reasons. Now, how I analyze the situation is Kevin Samuels is out of Umar Johnson's league. There's no, like in regards to the kind of clout that he has right now, the current state of their clout, their profile, all of that. Like, there's no match in this little versus or spat that they could possibly have. So it doesn't make any sense to have a debate, because they're polar opposites when you're talking about how you're critiquing the black community in a sense, and then also how you're critiquing black women. So it doesn't make sense to waste your time. What kind of does? On one hand, like in a genuine and organic way, it doesn't make sense. But in a business opportunity, to try to get ratings or something, it can make sense. But it has to happen pretty soon, because it's been delayed a little too long. But my thing is, like, if I had to pick sides, I wouldn't be picking sides, because, I like both guys for certain points. They're not people that I would go to for, majority of what I'm interested in, but they're entertaining. And I know Umar Johnson, they are entertaining, and I'm thoroughly entertained by them. But Kevin Samuels, I definitely agree with, the points that he goes about making when he brings black women on the shows. And Umar Johnson, very good orator, a phenomenal orator. And is also accomplished within the field of academia, having a doctorate in psychology, and what he was fighting for in regards to the misdiagnosis of young black men when he was coming up, or maybe when he was currently going. So I like that. But one thing I don't like about Kevin Samuels is the whole idea that he's created with the high value man. And I get it, business is business. So he's just doing his thing. He's figuring out the algorithm and just making it work for him. So this high value man thing idea has caught on like a blaze, like a fire. Like, god damn, it set everything ablaze. So everybody feels like, being a high earner in regards to money, wearing suits, I guess, and walking around in slippers or whatever is the high value thing to do. You can get all the women. You can exercise your options even if you're in a committed relationship or not, because you're a high value man. And I feel like that's trash. I feel like there's more facets, more aspects that goes into being a high value man. But you also got to remember who's really making that call. Like, whose eyes or whose lens that you're looking through to make that call if somebody's a high value man. In regards to men, I guess we would see more so men, and a select group of women would go up and look at a guy, walking around outside in a suit and be like, oh, that's a high value person. He must make a lot of money. So, that's high value or whatever. But there's still people out here that will look at that person in the suit like he's a total clown. He's a buffoon. Why is he wearing a suit nowadays? Like, we don't have to do that anymore. It's not the 70s or the 60s or whatever. Like, we don't need to. We have urban wear, we have street wear, we have relaxed type of stuff that we can wear now, and you don't have to display this character or whatever while you're out to have a good time or to just enjoy yourself. I also feel like it's just helping with insecurities. Like, people are just going ahead now, instead of buying the expensive shirt, shoes, jeans, they'll just go ahead and buy an expensive suit. Or shit, you don't even have to buy an expensive suit, because a lot of people can't tell the value of a suit. Me personally, so I don't know if somebody has on a cheap suit or an expensive suit. I I can see some of the cuts and stuff and see if it's tailored, but that still doesn't mean that they paid top dollar for it in a sense. But that was at one point, I was thinking about getting into suits and stuff, but that was just in regards to work and the demands of the environment that I'm in regards to appearance and, being front office and those type of positions. But, I got out of that and I'm back. I'm back to wearing regular clothes. So the high value male idea or the definition at this moment is very incomplete. There's more that goes to it. And, it's also setting off this alpha male versus beta male garbage, which is like, it's so trash. It's so polarized. Like anything feminine that you do, you're pretty much seen as a beta or whatever, and that's gonna kill everything alpha about you. If you don't bench press on Monday, you're not alpha. If you don't, fuck 5 bitches, you don't have sex with 5 women in a week, you're not an alpha. You're a beta. So it's just, you see the absurdity in what I just said. Like, people don't need to live those kinds of lives. And I feel like every person, male or female, has alpha and beta energy in them. It's just on the men's side, they're more alpha than beta, or they should be more alpha than beta if you want to, capitalize in the sexual marketplace, dealing with other women. And women are more feminine than, women are more beta than alpha, because that's just how they're wired. They have a lot of estrogen in them and they're really in touch with their feelings. I think alpha is, people have a misconception of alphaness and they feel like this is just being aggressive, I guess yelling, bowing up, making yourself feel bigger, appear, or, just be bigger than whoever your so-called opponent is. And with beta, it's more so being smaller, and just looking more defeated in whatever type of situation or battle you're about to get into. But if I had to, I wouldn't choose. Me personally, I don't have a dog in the fight between Umar Johnson and Kevin Samuels, but if I had to choose, I would definitely choose Kevin Samuels and be on his side. And the reason why I would be on his side is because I've always been critical of women and, how they should carry themselves and how they should be interacting with us and how they should see us in regards to value and utility, I guess you could say, in a sense. So I'll have to go with Kevin Samuels because Umar Johnson, he's just like Derek Jackson 2.0. Or he's the next in line to be Derek Jackson because Derek Jackson seems to be done for. So in my mind, I'm thinking that Umar has seen an opportunity since Derek has been caught cheating or indulging in infidelity. Now, he's not getting the type of following or whatever that he's used to having, or he's not probably operating his line, who he is, his persona, how he used to do, because now they have trash to really throw in his name. Dirt to really don't throw in his name now. So Umar's looking at this like an opportunity, like I could really step in there and tell black women that they're perfect. They don't need to take any criticism from any man, and let's keep it like that. That's something I don't agree with. But to be like Umar Johnson has nothing going for himself, you'd be a fool. You gotta listen to some of his talks. And me personally, I haven't really followed Umar Johnson too much. I've been exposed to a talk that he had one time by my girlfriend, and what I saw was pretty nice. Like I'm about energy. I'm about presenting your ideas in a clear and concise way, and then also leaving yourself with different pivots to kind of stand on. And when I saw him going against, he went on Roland Martin's show, and Roland Martin had 3 additional people with him. So it was Umar Johnson going up against 4 people, and he was sticking to his talking points. He was talking this shit, and he was not backing down. And I love that kind of energy. I love somebody that can speak their language, their native language or whatever, in a clear and concise way. And then also you can be aggressive in a nice, controlled manner. And I really like that. It's impressive because you don't really see it too much, unfortunately, within the black community. So it's like a breath of fresh air when you see something like that. So that's always stuck with me, and it probably will stick with me for the rest of, me knowing about Umar Johnson and what he stands for and what he's about. I'm not going to get into the other stuff and how he's conning people out of money and how he's supposed to have his school up and everything like that. People are aware, so I don't need to bring that back up. But, yeah, I would choose Kevin Samuels for sure. But, I don't have a dog in this fight, so it's just whatever. Whatever they're going to do. Bye.